Hello and welcome to Innovate the Future podcast. We're shooting live from Tomorrow Conference. This is the second day of conference. Today with us, our first guest will be Vladimir Djukanovic. Vladimir, welcome.
Hey, hi. Thanks for having me.
Vladimir opened our today's ceremony and it was just amazing. Vladimir, thank you for that. If we can just focus on a little bit what you spoke about on the stage.
Well, I mean, it was a mix between philosophy and economics and kind of artificial intelligence. Basically, what happened in the past 2 decades within like a social framework, you know. So I kind of had one profession and one vocation. I used to work in finance for a long time, and then on the other side, by vocation, I'm a philosopher. So I studied that part of basically philosophy of artificial intelligence, which was a very obscure topic for many years, but in the past 6 to 12 months, we became very popular. And you know, all these developments in the past first 10 years and then the last 6 months with ChatGPT, things change radically because now the whole planet sees where artificial intelligence is heading. So
yesterday we didn't have a chance to hear the word of ChatGPT. Also, artificial intelligence wasn't the topic yesterday.
Yep.
Many of the speakers were talking about metaverse, blockchain, crypto, and some other topics. What, in your opinion, the title of this year's conference, Innovate the Future, actually means?
It means exactly that. It means artificial intelligence, which is going to be a part of our lives, whether we like it or not. You know, the key is to make it a positive experience and not to create, you know, my speech was about 2 roads, you know, road to heaven and road to hell, you know, and we get to pick now where we're going to go. In 5, 10 or 20 years, we don't get to pick. So the key is to use the technology the way we used it so far for the past 200 years, to regulate it and to use it in our favor. And, you know, the big difference is like we are now creating a competing intelligence, and that's the big difference. You know, cars, other technologies, you know, were not very intelligent. This technology is quite intelligent, and it threatens to become much more intelligent than we are. So we have to be very, very careful.
This conference, what do you think, who is it made for? Would you recommend it to your friends? Would you recommend it to some enthusiasts, or anyone who is not in this sphere, or let's call it like that, can come and learn something?
You know, if you like technology, you know, it's definitely for young people, you know, because, you know, young people are definitely plugged in. You know, some older generations, I would recommend they come here so they can learn. You know, if you don't keep up and you don't learn, you're in trouble, you know. So these events are the key going forward. You know, we have to get together, we have to talk, we have to discuss, exchange our experiences, and then work on that future world. You know, this is one of the ways to do that.
And do you think that someone who doesn't have any experience or any knowledge will a kind of benefit from this kind of conference?
No, absolutely. I mean, you have to start somewhere, you know, and, you know, people often ask me, when and how should I start? It's like you should start yesterday and reading anything about the topic, and then, you know, those steps will take you further. So this is one of the fantastic ways, because you're gonna meet amazing people, you know, who are within this industry, who are working on our future technology. So I'm pleasantly surprised that this is so well organized, and I would like to invite people to come next time.
Yesterday, we had opportunity to kind of promote one book. It was Crypto Boy from Ian. Can you tell us a little bit about your novel?
Yeah, exactly. My novel in Serbia is called, it translates loosely as Bliss, and it's about ChatGPT becoming conscious and world going to hell. You know, it's a dystopian book. It's not actual ChatGPT, it's ChatGPT-like, you know. So it's like timing of my book was, I was quite lucky in that regard, that matched this proliferation of ChatGPT and this adoption of ChatGPT. So it became an instant hit in the past 2 months. So it's funny, we are at the 3rd edition already. So, and the book is exactly that. It speaks of philosophical concepts, and, you know, and what's going to happen to us unless we're careful and we really use this technology for our benefit, and not for, you know, not to misuse it like it's misused already in some societies, like in China and certain other societies where the governments are using this technology, you know, to control people.
And where our visitors from the conference can get your book?
Actually, they can buy it at the conference this time around, but in Serbia, Bosnia, and Montenegro, in any bookstores. But actually, my publisher was kind enough to set up a stand here, and you can buy the book here. So you're more than welcome. The book is in Serbo-Croatian as of right now, but actually, I wrote the book in English. So we are preparing an English publication in the next few months. So hopefully, everybody can read it.
And you're hitting some target or the audience for the book who is already in this area, or someone who can learn from it.
The joke about my book is that it was a science fiction book when I started writing it, but it's not anymore. So because again, it's a ChatGPT like network which becomes conscious, and I then deal with all those social aspects of what's going to happen if that really happens. Again, we are building a competing intelligence. If it becomes conscious, emotional, the questions what is going to happen to us. And my book tries to answer that question. I don't know. Some people said that I did a good job, some people not. So we'll see how it's gonna. I hope that everything that I wrote in that book will never realize.
I hope as well. Yeah. Some people here in Serbia, especially some older ages, they are kind of frightened from the ChatGPT. Was that mentioned in your book?
Well, I mean, that's absolutely, we always had, fearful people when it comes to technology. So I always joke, we had something called shinophobia or rail phobia, here in Serbia, where I said that in my speech, where people in this region were quite afraid, when trains came around. So, they say that people actually used to shoot the trains, because they were concerned, their jobs are going to go away and their livelihoods are going to go away. That fear is natural. So the way how to, mitigate that fear is to talk and educate people, nothing else.
Thank you, Vladimir, for your time.
Thank you.
It was amazing talking with you. It was very inspirational. That was Vladimir. Thank you for listening to us. This was Innovate the Future podcast. We're shooting live from Tomorrow Conference, second day. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.
Good. Thanks.